Entering now the arena, Warriors welcome his opponent, Eduardo Garcia.
All right, guys, we have Eduardo Garcia making his way to the ring right now. So, Colin, you mentioned you know a little bit about these guys. Tell us what you know.
Well, I know Eduardo. I've boxed, been in the same gym as him several times. I've seen him hit the bags. I've seen him hit the pads. I've seen him spar. He's definitely a game fighter. Very technical, very good boxer. Heavy hands. You know, it should make for a really exciting fight.
And he's coming, and again, he's coming from one of the top gyms in Houston.
Absolutely. Main Street Gym.
Yeah. His trainer, Bobby Benton, I know a lot about.
One of the best in the game. He's coached a lot of world champions.
Absolutely. He's trained me. He trained me for a few fights.
Absolutely. Another one of his corners is Aaron Navarro, my longtime boxing coach. Another excellent world champion training boxing coach.
And I've seen a number of fighters that, because I was at the gym a lot, I've seen a number of fighters that Aaron has come up with as well. Like, this is a good pedigree right here that they have.
Absolutely. And if he's worked with Aaron for any length of time, you can guarantee he's got a good left hook to the body.
Absolutely.
Guys, if you're just tuning in, this is Paradigm Combat Sports 1, live from the GHS Event Center. Here we go with the intros for our next fight.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout we return to boxing. The sweet science, the fine art of fisticuffs. This bout is brought to you by flagship sponsor Red Hog Rides. It is scheduled for 6 rounds of action in the welterweight division. Sanctioned by the Texas Combative Sports Commission, judges at ringside Immer Guzman, Harry Hillin, and Kellie, Issac. Referee in charge of the action here in the ring, Mr. James Green. Introducing next in the blue corner, he has a professional record of 12 wins and only 3 defeats. Weighing in yesterday at 141.8 pounds and fighting out of El Paso, Texas, please welcome Dewayne Bout. And his opponent across the ring, fighting out of the red corner. He has a perfect, unblemished, unscathed record. 8 wins, no defeats. Weighed in yesterday at 143.7 pounds. Representing Houston, Texas, please welcome Eduardo Garcia.
All right, guys, we're about to get going on our next boxing bout. Bar just told us Dewayne Bonds versus Eduardo Garcia, and here we go with some final instruction from our official. Leroy, talk to me.
Hey, like we were talking about, they got a very strong corner over there. So that, I mean, we're looking for fireworks. Like, this should be a great fight. There we go, boom.
I'm excited to watch Eduardo. I've seen him spar.
Came out with a hook.
Came out strong. I'm excited to watch him box live, though.
Absolutely.
As you know, sparring in the gym versus fighting is a little bit different. So I'm excited to see what he's got in the ring.
Got some nice little action starting the bout right now.
Looks like Eduardo's just looking to establish his jab and kind of set up his combinations here.
Right.
This quarter fight set the combos up, starting early.
Good head movement.
Body shot.
I also like how Eduardo's just kind of keeping him at the end of his range right now. He's not overstepping. Absolutely. Especially this early in the fight.
Nice. He's starting fast.
Yeah, that left hook is sharp.
Nice.
Is that an uppercut?
Yeah.
Yeah, snuck that in there.
See, the one thing I like about Eduardo is that every time he punches twice or 3.
Right. Never one at a time.
Never. And that body shot looked beautiful.
I wonder if Bonds' shorts are going to foreshadow anything for us. Kind of like the bloody shorts right there.
Right.
Both gentlemen looking pretty patient right now, feeling out process.
Another southpaw versus orthodox match here. Ooh. Eduardo seems to be winning that outside foot battle there, which is setting up his cross and his hook.
But it's like what I mentioned in the first fight. Eduardo was more walking straight down the line as opposed to walking around.
Yeah, right there he was on the inside.
Right, see it?
Yeah.
So he's straight down the line because he can't go anywhere. That body shot is beautiful.
These guys are just staying in the pocket.
Absolutely.
That body shot is beautiful.
Dewayne just landed some nice counters, but Eduardo took them right on the chin and just fired right back.
Catch that left hook. He caught that.
I'm really excited that Paradigm and Reed put this type of card together because we're really getting to see the talent that we have in this state. Both boxing and MMA is evident right now before us. These guys are going at it.
Absolutely. Eduardo started really strong, like Leroy mentioned, but Dewayne seems to be coming on a little bit stronger now that he's starting to feel the rhythm of the fight a little bit. Not a good spot there, though.
Those body shots are beautiful.
Beautiful body. Like I said, Aaron Navarro. If you're trained by Aaron Navarro, you know how to throw the left hook to the body. I'll tell you that much.
Just staying in the pocket. I love it. These guys are working for these rounds.
Oh, I loved that. Did you see that uppercut off of the body shot? That's just classic right there. Another thing I see Eduardo doing that I talk to a lot about my MMA fighters about is being first and third, you know? Not just being first, not just countering the punch, but you want to be first and third, you know? Get the guy to throw back at you, and then when he's throwing, throw in the middle of that.
Throw in the middle of it every time. It's, again, you mentioned you mentioned Eduardo winning the inside game, right?
Yeah.
If you watch his feet position, he's not necessarily working the walk around the inside. He's coming straight at
Absolutely.
Mr. Bond.
Putting the pressure on him to put him on the ropes.
Straight at him. So if he's walking straight at him, like I said in the first fight, he only has the left or right to go. And you want the left or right hand to run into. He's controlling the ring, controlling the distance. Eduardo looks good. This is some awesome talent we got in Houston, guys.
Gotcha. Well, guys, we're waiting for round number 2. Let's not forget our sponsors that we have. Lago Mar, of course, the largest crystal clear lagoon in Texas. Mainland City Center, a family entertainment and lifestyle center in Galveston County. And our official calling for the next round. Corners have to exit the ring. And here we go for round 2. There's the bell. And we're off.
Back at it.
Leroy, what were you, if you were in Bonds' corner, what would you have told him?
No, Bonds, I'm gonna tell him just walk with the one. Again, walk with the one to the body, walk with the one to the head, just shoot a ton. If you see how he's throwing it, he's almost, it looks like he's almost afraid to let it go. You gotta let it go and walk around with it. You gotta take the chance to keep walking to find a shot to offset the fact that Eduardo Garcia is throwing a whole bunch of punches.
Yeah, I would tell him to keep off the ropes, throw that straight left a little bit more. You know, that's a big punch for the southpaw typically, and I think he could use it as an effective weapon, but he definitely needs to stay off the ropes and move forward more.
I think Eduardo took that idea of throwing that straight left away from him when he stood him in the first round and made him miss it twice.
Yeah.
Guys, if you're just joining us, this is Paradigm Combat Sports 1.
Left hook he caught?
Big left hook.
Live
Bonds
from the
looks
GHS
hurt.
Event Center.
Yeah, he's...
Oh!
And then he flurries.
Nice combination there. Bonds coming alive.
We got
Bonds
fight.
throwing some of those body shots as well.
We got to fight, guys.
We got to fight.
Absolutely.
We got to fight, guys. I love this.
Oh, beautiful left hook to the body and then back to the head.
I like how comfortable Bonds is on the ropes. You know, that doesn't bother him. It doesn't make guys nervous. Right. He's okay with it. He doesn't mind fighting from the ropes on his back, against his back.
It's almost like
beautiful setup.
That's the range that he's most comfortable at. I don't know how that looks on the judges' scorecards, but if he can put together a few combinations.
Got to go back to the back.
We got
There's that left hand I was talking about.
Yeah. Caught him right in the middle of a punch.
Absolutely.
Do not sleep on Bonds.
No, I was just about to say Garcia needed to shoot something to the body. He kept going to the head.
I was just about to say that. I know that with Aaron Navarro in his corner, Aaron's calling for the body shots, tell him to stick to it, and I'd like to see him get back on it. He's kind of been a little bit lackluster with that in this round.
Three-piece and a biscuit being called for.
Now, Leroy, sometimes you'll hear guys talking about in boxing taking a round off. Do you think that's what's happening here with Eduardo, or?
No, not at all.
Yeah.
He's still coming forward.
Yeah.
And he just caught him with a shot in the middle of the shot that Bonds caught him with.
Oh, that looked like that hurt Bonds. Wow, these guys are trading.
This is a fight, guys.
Staying in the pocket. Nobody's running away.
Fighting. We got to fight, guys.
They might have to call the cops after this one.
Big uppercut. Big uppercut by Bonds.
Bonds is really coming alive, ladies and gentlemen.
Absolutely. He's using those ropes effectively, man. Oh, huge uppercut.
Here comes Garcia, though, finishing that round strong.
Oh, my God.
What a round. What a round, guys.
All right, but the question is, how do we score it?
Man, I don't know how you would score that one. That was a tough one. That was a really tough round.
I don't want to be a judge right now.
I wouldn't want to be. I'm impartial to the jab. Garcia used the jab a little bit more. I'd lean towards Garcia.
Yeah, I saw
great exchanges, but
I saw Garcia controlling the ring a little bit better, but I don't know. Bonds may have landed the harder punches. I don't know. That was such an exciting round. It's really hard to call that one. Again, thank goodness we're not judges.
Right. Thank God. That would have been a hard one. I got excited there for a second, do you hear me?
Yeah. And why wouldn't you be? That was a lot of leather being thrown back and forth.
Guys, here we go with the third round. Our official calling out the cornermen of each respective corner.
But somebody got to start boxing.
Yeah.
Somebody got to start boxing.
Starting to turn into a bit of a brawl.
Yeah. Here we go.
Somebody got to start boxing.
I don't mind the brawl. I don't mind the brawl.
I don't either.
I don't mind it.
I noticed again, look how Bonds comes right to the ropes. He's comfortable there.
Right.
Yeah.
It's almost like he backs himself up.
Exactly.
To the
like he's luring him in.
Very good. Yeah, that might be a tactic.
Like trying to make him.
I'd like to see Eduardo get back on the jab and the body shots. I think that's his key to this. Those counters on the end of the range has also been really effective. There it is. Another huge hook for him. Oh, and the jab returned by Bonds.
Oh, this is a beautiful fight.
This really is. It's been really exciting. Big left from Bonds, doubling up on that jab, coming in with another straight left.
Bonds coming in at 12-3. Eduardo Garcia with an unblemished record of 8-0.
Clearly, Bonds has a lot of experience, and he's using it tonight.
I think it's like he's a flower blooming. The more we go, the more he blossoms in this fight.
Absolutely.
That was like it might have hurt.
Beautiful counter left by Eduardo, though. He just seems to be a little, like he's not active enough right now for me. I'd like to see Eduardo being a little bit more active. He seems to come off the gas a little bit since that first round.
He's catching a lot of shots, but when I say catching, he's catching them, but he's got like that one right across the top, just touched him on the chin, might have said something to Bonds, but he got to throw a punch. Go ahead, Derek Garcia, start working.
Man.
I love Bonds just fighting off those ropes, fighting out of that corner, working the body, going on top.
Eduardo seems to be slowing down big time with those body shots. Another big left hook counter for Eduardo. Man, these guys are just trading hooks in the pocket, man.
Yeah, I mean, who's going to drop from the first liver shot? That's what I want to know.
I think that's where the finish comes in this fight if it happens. Oh, my goodness.
Yo.
You know, for a 32-year-old and a 25-year-old, I mean, their experience is just amazing right now. I mean, these guys are really coming out, showing their prowess. I mean, I'd be proud to be in any one of their corners at this point.
Absolutely. They're both putting on a hell of a fight here. Eduardo's starting to concede the center of that ring a little bit with that pressure from Bonds.
But he caught a lot of those shots on the arm.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. A lot of his defense has been very effective for the most part.
So it looks like he was trying to catch Bonds in between something.
Right. And do you think Bonds' volume will add up on the judges' scorecards, or do you think they're looking
a lot of punches?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Have you noticed at the 10-second marker, Eduardo comes alive?
Every fight.
Absolutely.
Every round.
What a flurry at the end of that round. This is a fight.
PCS1, guys.
Exciting.
PCS1, guys.
Call your friends, call your mama, tell her to order the pay-per-view because this is an exciting night of fights, guys.
We are live on Fight TV, and we're live at the GHS Event Center in beautiful and hot Houston, Texas. We got hot weather, we got hot fights, we got hot ladies in the ring right now. Guys, what more could you ask for from a Saturday night?
That's right. Got to order that pay-per-view live on Fight TV.
Absolutely. You got to get on. I promise you, I've been saying it for a while. I don't know how many of you are familiar or know about the Blue Horizon in Philadelphia. These are the kind of fights that the Blue Horizon used to put on. This is why they used to pack the arena in every night. This is the stuff. It's the stuff PCS1 is doing. We're gonna have a great time, guys. Believe it.
Absolutely.
And here we go for the fourth and final round.
Do you see either one of these fighters winning this fight so far, or do you feel like it's pretty close?
It's pretty close, man. Yeah. It's pretty close.
I think if I have anybody up, it's probably Eduardo, but just by the slightest of margins. I feel like he really needs to win this round in order to secure
comes the
this
spray.
fight.
Watch the spray.
Oh, yeah.
Look at. Yo, that is beautiful right there. If you watch what Garcia is doing, he's just sitting there watching off of everything he throws. He's throwing something back. This is beautiful.
Absolutely. Great straight right hand he just landed right there. Bonds countering off the corner of the ring again.
Again, Bonds working off the ropes. Incredible how he likes that position there.
Yeah. But he's fought effectively from there.
Absolutely, absolutely. Is this something you think they worked in the gym, Leroy? Working from the ropes, or is this something that just happens?
I don't know too many gyms that like to work off the ropes as their primary focus. So I have a feeling that's just something he does in the fight where he feels most comfortable.
Is it a tactic? Yeah.
So sometimes as you get in the ring, when you start feeling comfortable in a certain position, you like to stay there because you feel like there's something that you can provide or something you can punch off of. That's what it looks like to me when Bonds is there, because he's punching hella hard off the ropes.
And he doesn't look uncomfortable there either.
No, not at all. Not at all. He's quite at home.
Eduardo seems to have come out much stronger in this round. It looks like his corner let him know you need to secure this last round in order to win this fight. Going back to the body, uppercut off of that.
This is beautiful work right here,
Beautiful inside work by Eduardo.
This work.
Big whiff on that last left hook, though.
Oh!
That's straight.
Bonds coming forward, but landing on those forearms.
He better stop eating that left. Oh my God!
Another left hook counter.
Left of his own.
That left hook counter's been there all night for Eduardo.
I don't know how you call this fight. I really don't at this point. What are the odds we see something like a draw?
Yeah,
is that possible?
I think it's possible. I think again, Eduardo's probably controlling the fight.
I think he's done enough to win if he can keep it going.
Absolutely.
I want to see him in the last 10 seconds like he's been doing. That's going to be the mark.
Beautiful body shot.
And see, all of those punches that Bonds are throwing are not landing. You're getting a few that goes through and then a lot more that are landed on the arms.
Right.
As opposed to Garcia, it's like it's almost everything he's throwing.
How will that affect the judge's decision? Seeing the volume that Bonds is throwing?
Garcia is matching the volume because he's coming back with his own set of punches, and a lot of those are landing a lot more. So that's why it's still a hard fight to call because they're both throwing a lot of punches.
Right.
Yeah, I don't see Eduardo's shots necessarily landing on the forearms very much. I see a lot more clean lands from Garcia.
Right.
But Bonds has been putting the action on him the whole fight.
There's a 10-second marker right there.
These guys are just going to slug it out to the bell.
Bonds is really going for it now.
Wow.
I don't think that was the last round, guys.
We got one more.
We got two more.
Two more.
Two more. I think it's a 6-round fight. Almost positive 6-round fight. Yep.
Perfect.
Yeah, we don't want to stop it now.
Yeah,
I got to see a finish
we
here.
Gotta see.
I do too. I'd really like to see somebody get a 10 count or an 8 count.
Somebody's got to be tired.
Oh, absolutely.
Come on.
The way they're fighting, somebody, and that's what's going to, this is right now, these next 2 rounds will be the war of attrition.
Absolutely.
We'll find out who wants it more at this particular moment right now.
A lot of combat sports guys will compare MMA to boxing. They'll talk about MMA being more of a sprint, whereas boxing is a little bit more of a marathon.
Right.
So you're saying this is where the fight really starts to take over.
This is where what's that adage? We separate the men for the boys.
Right.
This is where that happens. We start separating the men from the boys in these next 2 rounds. These last 2 rounds of the fight is when we start separating who wants it more.
Absolutely.
And here we go into round 5.
To me, that's the most exciting part of the fight. When you see guys dig deep, and you know, put everything they have into the fight. That's just really exciting for me. The fact that we get 2 more rounds of this, I'm just really pumped up for this.
And that's where you see the real skill, when they're tired, when they're fatigued. Who's going to have the technique?
The one thing I like to tell the fighters at the gym when I'm training them.
Oh, big left.
Stepped on the ref's foot, turned around to check where he was, and took a shot.
Wow.
But what I like to tell the fighters at the gym is when you get tired is when you get more focused.
Absolutely. Eduardo, if I had to choose, I think Eduardo's probably a little bit more of the tired fighter at this point. He seems to be leaning on Bonds. His flurries aren't coming nearly as crisp as they were in the first couple of rounds. Though he does have Bonds on that back foot, and he's sticking that jab to the body real nice.
Real nice. And he's moving his head well.
Yes.
Ooh. But the only thing I don't like about Eduardo is he keeps eating that straight left.
Yes.
And he's eating it. I wouldn't like for my fighter to keep eating that punch straight down the middle like that. You got to move your head, get off the line. After the second time, he shouldn't touch you anymore.
He definitely is a little bit more of that traditional Mexican-style fighter. Hands up, chin down, walk forward. And that's fine. It makes for exciting fights. But like you said, I'd like to see a little bit more head movement off those straight punches.
This guy's staying in the pocket, literally forehead to forehead at some moments.
And I think that's Eduardo's style. He wants to lean on Bonds, put the weight on him, put the pressure on him.
Carry the weight.
He wants to fight.
Absolutely.
Look, he ain't going nowhere. Look. Walk right back in.
Oh! Huge left hook by Eduardo.
Absolutely.
His legs. Oh, he showed me something. Look at him come back.
I'm telling you.
Beautiful.
Oh, huge uppercuts. Huge hooks.
Ooh. This was a beautifully matched fight.
Yes, it was.
Absolutely.
Yes, it was.
Just some of that beautiful Leroy Fountain matchmaking right there.
Wow, Leroy. This is beautiful.
Oh, another huge left hook by Eduardo Garcia. Oh, again.
This is some beautiful work here, guys.
It's really exciting seeing for those watching the broadcast at home, these you may not hear some of the way these shots are landing, but these shots are landing huge, big,
solid
shots.
packing sound.
Absolutely. You can tell these fighters really know how to turn their punches over.
We're coming to the close of the 5th and final round.
Oh, another big right hand by Eduardo.
Wow, Eduardo coming through right at the end.
He's trying to get one.
Wow. Pat on the back from
God
Bonds.
bless, guys.
Absolutely.
God bless. This is something beautiful to watch. I'm glad I'm here.
Absolutely.
And if you're not, you need to get on Fight TV.
Absolutely. Order that.
You need to order that. I promise you.
And if you're here, you can enjoy some awesome Cool Cow Creamery, Texas Pit Stop Barbecue, Art of Coffee, and of course, RC Hobby Shop. I'm hoping I win one of those. My dad never got me one of these fast ones you're talking about.
No, these are the real deal. I think they're gas powered, or I don't know, but they're definitely more powerful than your standard RC card.
These aren't Walmart RC cards.
No, these are not Walmart RC cards.
It's not that kind of party.
No. Don't forget telecom wiring service to install voice, data, audio, and visual cable and equipment at low rates in the Houston and surrounding area. Of course, Tinks Towing. You get in trouble, you need a tow, you call Tinks. And here we go. 6th and final round. I don't know how to call this, guys.
I don't either. I see it super even. I look for both these guys to come out and try to finish this fight. A little fake glove touch there from Eduardo.
Yeah.
Wonder how Bonds feels about that. Now again, Garcia keeps landing this big left hook to the head. I'd like to see him double it up, go back down to the body.
Shoot it to the body first and then come to the head, or shoot it to the head and back to the body.
Absolutely.
Wow, I really don't like to see Garcia taking that left hand. The hometown fighter. There we go.
Big right hand from Eduardo Garcia. Again, keeping him right on the end of his range.
You got to come back. He's shooting that right. He's shooting that straight right. He got like you keep saying. He's got to double that left hook up. Shoot it right there. Shoot it to the. If you want to shoot it to the head, shoot it to the head, and then back to the body.
And that's because it brings the hand back up to the face, right?
So I just got sprayed with sweat.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely.
Little sweat shower between rounds.
There you go. What an amazing fight, though, really.
These guys are just really slugging it out. I mean, this is technical boxing, but it is a slugfest at the same time.
It definitely is a slugfest.
Back of the head shot, potentially.
Little spin move to get out of that headlock.
Little spinneroonie there.
He liked the last fight. He liked the last fight.
Clearly.
He liked the last fight.
Again, this is, Eduardo's got him on the ropes here. Bonds' hands seem to be up high to protect his face. It just seems like a perfect opportunity for those body shots. I feel like it would also mix up his rhythm a little bit. He's starting to get a little predictable. Oh, big shots from both fighters.
Both fighters, like, God bless.
Good Lord. Wow.
Shout out again to our co-host, Leroy Fountain, with the matchmaking.
The sweat is flying in this fight, guys.
Absolutely. Whoever wants it down, this is who's going to get it.
Whoever digs deeper in these last seconds coming down to the end of the fight.
Nice flurry from Garcia right there.
Good little body shot return. Oh, big right hand.
See that right hand? Oh,
it looked like it hurt Bonds, but then Eduardo tied up immediately.
Yeah.
There we go.
To the body. That's what we've been asking for.
Absolutely. Eduardo opened up that big hook to the face, just like we were saying. But Bonds seems unfazed.
He really does. Where is he at?
Wow.
Like, this is something.
Final 10 seconds of the bout.
Oh, man.
Who's going to take it, Bonds or Garcia?
We should just sit back and enjoy this. Wow. What a fight. What a fight.
What a fight.
Wow. That one got a standing ovation.
What a fight.
Thomas Galdenzi, Combat Sports Coverage. Tell me what you thought of that fight.
Man, that was a crazy back and forth 6 rounds. Before you talk about that fight, though, man, let's take a moment to appreciate Garcia's boxing shorts. Those swag boxing shorts are freaking amazing. I could not stop but checking them out all night.
Very cool, very cool. Was there a clear winner for you in this matchup, or?
I would have to say Garcia over here. I would say he took it. At the beginning of rounds, he was really pushing the pace, hitting some really clean, heavy body shots. It was, I would say it's a close fight, but I would have to give it to my boy over here, Garcia. What about you guys?
Yeah, I thought it was pretty close. I thought the rounds that were close were just close enough, and then I like you said, I felt like Eduardo probably won the first and second round, and probably, overall probably won this fight.
One thing about Eduardo, sitting back here, I'm actually by his parents, and man, they were going super loud for him, and I love seeing that when you got like parents and support system just like that they're going crazy, they're cheering him on nonstop. I love that.
It's Garcia. Hey, over here. First of all, ladies and gentlemen, before we make the announcement, what an incredible display of heart and skill.
Thank you for telling me. So where do you want me? Anywhere besides me. Okay. Because right here's the doctor. We gotta see the doctor.
I've been involved with shows like this for over 20 years, and rarely have I seen that epic a display of heart and skill on the part of both these warriors. Please give them both a big round of applause. Some really incredible action you just witnessed here. After 6 rounds of action, we go to the scorecards. Judge Immer Guzman at ringside scores the bout 60-54. Judge Perry Hillin scores the bout 59-55. And Judge Kellie Issac scores the bout 58-56 for your winner by unanimous decision from Houston, Texas, Eduardo